Hey friends, we're going camping and I'm taking you with us. Getting gas?
Yeah, I gotta prop it up again.
So gas prices are currently $3.39, which really hurts when you're driving a truck. So we're not gonna fill up, and we're got our fingers crossed that the prices might go down a little bit while we're camping. Where are we? El Paso? We always stop at this shell in El Paso because it's on an intersection and it's easy to pull off 64. And what is that, 5? What's 5? So it's on the intersection of 64 and 5. It's easy to pull through and then get back out and keep going. So our oldest grows zinnias, and we decided that we couldn't leave them behind, so they're in this water bottle. And then we have homemade pickles too.
What's the gauge say?
Let's see. It looks like we're about full. Need to dust it.
What's it showing?
Yeah. 3/4. How many gallons do you have?
We rounded up to 13.
Thankfully the temperature's not too bad today. What is it? Like, actually I think it's supposed to be 83 today.
It's supposed to be 93.
Oh, 93. I guess the last time I looked at the thermometer it was 83. Ready?
Here we go.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Flying, get on board.
So we always store the camper, and it always makes me wonder, because it's been 2 weeks since we've been here, is it going to be full of ants? But so far so good. We leave the fridge open. Of course the rest of it's a wreck. But it looks good to go otherwise. There's a hole right there. Always scares me. We good to go? Yeah. We had to put on pants. Whoop! Some bug. Okay. Because the mosquitoes are so bad. Just put it in here and hope that we make it.
No ants.
I would film you, but you didn't even zip your fly on your
They're just a
mosquito pants.
They don't know if it's zipped. Alright, everything's ready to ride now?
Yep, everything's ready to ride. Alright, looks like everything's rolling good. Now if he'll just let me in instead of leaving me. We're good. Are you gonna take your mosquito pants off?
Not until we get there.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right.
Time to fill up water because these sites don't have water. This camper is such a mess. Oh yeah. Now the trick is getting over there.
Cord shifted but didn't drag her.
That one needs water. That one's full, and that one's mostly full.
Yeah, one of them was not as full.
This is my little camp potty, and if you're familiar with camp potty, you have to fill it up with water. So I use this blue jug and just put it in with the spout. She's full. We have a water jug under the sink. We can go ahead and fill that up so that we'll be able to use our sink. Okay, here's another one. Here you go, bud. The lid off. Watch your feet.
Let's get it under there before you turn on, baby.
Alright, go ahead. There you go. Oh, she's heavy.
Yeah. That's probably about even with the wheat pole, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Cook everything else later, and stuff.
Yep.
Alright, good. Buddy's name Elizabeth.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Flying, get on board. We're smiling on top of the world.
We made it. We've never camped in this particular site here at Old Highway 25 before, and it was a little tricky to back into, but here we are. This guy over here looks like he's already sunburnt. That over there is the dam site in Heber Springs. And then around that way is the rest of the main lake and Heber Springs Park. But the actual dam, there's the dam site marina, and then the dam is just right around that bend there. I am planning on finding my swimsuit because I'm sweating. I am dressed and ready to go. So I always swim in a long sleeve swim shirt because I've been really burnt before and it is not fun. But besides that, I just really hate wearing sunscreen. Isn't this just gorgeous? Like the absolute perfect place to be on a hot summer day. So I am washing my watermelon because you are actually supposed to wash a watermelon before you cut it because of E. coli on the skin or something. I don't remember. And then you are supposed to wash your knife between each slice, which becomes a big pain, but you know. You can't camp without watermelon. Oh yeah. Look at that. Not bad for a Walmart watermelon. I was a little fussy earlier because I get fussy when I get really hot and sweaty, and unpacking a hot camper makes me hot and sweaty. But now that I'm wet, I mean, it's like the perfect temperature in the shade and everything. I mean, because we've been swimming, it's perfect. Perfect night for watermelon. Is it good, kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
We were gonna have our morning coffee behind the camper, but it's super sunny over there right now, so we moved to the shade. You want to say hi?
Good morning.
And it's Friday, and the mower guys are here mowing the campground, and they ride those 0 turns, and they are everywhere, like buzzing bees. Like they're all over these people's campsite right now. Also, a crew came and took out a dead tree that was right next to the camper across the street. And they were watching and filming it the whole time. I mean, it was like right next to their camper. Thankfully, it didn't hit it though. It started heating up fairly quickly out here today, so off I go for another day of swimming. It hasn't been as bad as it's been before. We've been out here when it was like 100, probably over 100 degrees every single day, and you had to go get wet before you could even cook breakfast because it was so bad. Today's not that bad, but it is in the 90s and fairly humid. To get to this campground, which is Old Highway 25 from Heber Springs, you actually have to go all the way around the lake and come in through the north side. If you have a boat, it's really not that far because you can just come right across. We have friends actually that have a party barge that they store over by Heber Springs Park, and they come pick us up sometimes when we're here. It's really not that far of a drive for them in the boat. And then obviously people bring their boats here and put them in at the ramp, and then the shore here is on that side down there. It's kind of muddy, sandy, so they just pull their boats up and tie them up and leave them overnight. This is a great shore for doing that. And then we've actually watched fish jump right off this point, and I think an otter last fall swimming. Since the weather's fairly pleasant, Timothy decided we should go for a walk. One thing that we've been discussing about the difference between camping in Corps of Engineer campgrounds and state parks is that after hours at the Corps of Engineer campgrounds, like after 5, well, 4, and of course on the weekend, it's like
The Wild West.
yeah, it's like the Wild West, because there's no rangers working, and
You just can't get a hold of them.
you can't get a hold of them. My camera battery died. I'm using my phone now. What I was saying was, with that being said about there not being rangers, we just talked to a ranger
Who was patrolling.
he was patrolling, and it was after hours, and he said that you can call the sheriff's office if you have an issue at the campground, and then they can dispatch a ranger to come out. So I guess it's not completely Wild West out here, but
You'd think there would be a number just to call the ranger directly.
yeah, and we've also been told that they're understaffed. It's like 13 campgrounds around this lake, and they're having to patrol all of them. But anyway,
So,
enough of that.
Point being, one thing we like about state parks even better
Yeah.
is they are not joking. Those rangers will come, and will come quickly, and you can always get a hold of them, and they enforce their rules, and there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Right. So state parks take care of business. But anyway, we are in E section now at Old Highway 25, and this section actually has, with the sun, this section actually has this entire loop with no campsites on it, but you can swim back here. You could swim there, and then the next closest campsite is right there. And there's also persimmon trees. So here's what I'm thinking for supper. Well, first off, I always travel with the Instant Pot. And the last time we camped, I made a vegetable soup with white beans in it. Anyway, the kids loved it. You know, like your standard vegetable soup with carrots and green beans. And I used ground turkey. And then I put maybe like half cup of white beans in it too, and then I put it all in the Instant Pot and let that cook. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm cooking my turkey meat in the Instant Pot, and then I'll add everything else and put it on like probably just 35 minutes to finish cooking. I need to do dishes, and I think my flipper is dirty, so I'm doing this with a spoon. But that's the supper plan for tonight. Because anything I can do that fills bellies and can cook in the Instant Pot is a win. Because that means I'm not standing over the stove, standing over a grill, or making sandwiches and we're having bread again. Plus the kids just get really filled up with this soup, and they like my soup. Soup for supper. Good morning, everyone. It's a new day, and guess what we're doing? Going swimming. Somebody this morning was cooking sausage. I could smell it, and I kind of wanted to make it an opportunity to go meet them, but I didn't. We have actually met so many good people while camping in Arkansas. Arkansans are just friendly people. And we were camping up at Petty Jean one time, and there was this church group camping behind us, and they invited us over for breakfast, and it was sausage, biscuits, gravy, white gravy, chocolate gravy, eggs, cinnamon rolls, bacon, everything. And then we were out at Maumelle Park one time, and we met these awesome people, and before we left, they invited us over for homemade banana pudding in their camper. That's always been our experience camping, is that people are, it's almost like, I mean, I don't know, but what I've seen in movies, you know, back in the day with the 50s, that's not like back in the way day, but in the 50s when, you know, you could like talk to your neighbor more and people left their doors unlocked, and you know, it's kind of that way. Like when you camp, everybody is outside and you meet a lot of people, and so anyway, it's time to swim. And we'll have lunch in like 20 minutes. One of my favorite things about Arkansas is that, I'm trying to extend my stick here, is that everybody just does their own thing. You know, like there's people with giant fifth wheels out here and people in tents, and then of course we have like a little 14-foot trailer, but everybody just, it's just like a big neighborhood, and there's people out on their pontoons, and there's people swimming, there's people, you know, tubing behind their fishing boats. That's what makes Arkansas awesome. Plus, the people, we always camp around friendly people, which I've said that before, but like our neighbors over here, they've got, it's just the two of them, and they have like noodles and floaties. So when they were getting out of the water, they asked if our kids wanted to use them, which of course they do. I thought that was so sweet. But that's, there you go, a story time. It's leaving day, and I cannot even tell you how excited I am because it's hot. I've lived in Arkansas my entire life, and it is still difficult sometimes to get used to the heat. I'm just walking around making sure we didn't forget anything. Like, sometimes it's okay, and then other times, for some reason, it's like the heat just hits you like a ton of bricks, and that's been me this entire time. But we're headed to an Airbnb now so that I can write about it and review it, and I'm so excited because there will be air conditioning and room for a bed to spread out and a coffee pot. So this is the inside of the truck. We've got trash to drop off. We just kind of threw everything in here because we're headed straight for an Airbnb. But first, the dump station, and I'm not gonna film this part.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep them round in sight.
Is figuring out how in the
Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Cookie. I don't even know which one to pick. Mint chocolate chip cookie. Iced oatmeal. There's so many options. This vacation rental has a pretty cool back porch. I wish it was cool outside because look, there's so much firewood and a grill, and I don't know who owns all the land behind, but it's just so peaceful and quiet. All of this yard here belongs to this vacation rental though. So there's the fire pit and horseshoes. Y'all, I can live like this. Oh, the rug says lake life 'cause beaches be salty. You know, when I think the heat index today is like, I don't know, 115 or something. You know, and when the heat index is that bad, give me some AC and a coffee pot. So I have cooked supper here at the vacation rental, and I always have to get super creative because, you know, I'm not at home, so I don't have all of my regular groceries. So tonight it's gonna be these baked French fries, and I just took potatoes and cut them up and baked them in the oven, and then I put spaghetti sauce on top, and I cooked turkey meat and onion. That's what it is. Oh, and we're gonna have carrots to round it out. What do you think? Yum. Good morning. Timothy noticed yesterday when we were leaving the campground that our front passenger side tire looked low. So he checked it this morning, and sure enough, it is, what's the PSI that was on it? 25, and it's supposed to be at 50. So we are airing it up. We don't know why it's so low. We're thinking, you know, it could have a nail in it or something. But we're in Higden right now, and he found a tire shop that's only 3 minutes away. 3 miles away. Near the lake. So we may be paying them a visit tomorrow because they're closed today. So I decided that I've had way too much coffee today. So I'm making decaf. But this rental only has the Keurig, and none of these fancy little cookie pods are decaf. So I had to use the decaf that I brought from home. And they don't have a regular coffee pot or a French press or anything like that. So I'm making cowboy coffee with a pan, and I just filled it full of water and coffee, and I boiled it. And then I made this thing. It's just a funnel, and I put paper towel in it, and we're gonna see if that filters it. This is probably gonna taste a little bit burnt, but at least it's decaf. Now the trick is gonna be getting it in here without making a mess. I think it's actually gonna work. Let's see what we have underneath. Yep, decaf coffee. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Y'all can go ahead and get in the truck. Yeah. So today is our 14th wedding anniversary, and we have to take the truck to the tire shop because of that slow leak that might possibly be a nail.
Maybe, something like that.
Yeah, maybe a nail. So we're gonna do that, and then let me help you put this up. We're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then there is a restaurant or food truck, something here in Higden that has chicken fried rice. We're gonna pick up some of that for later, and also explore some area campgrounds that we haven't seen before. One thing we've decided that having to run errands like this, like getting the tire fixed, is more fun actually when you're traveling. Well, because I guess what it is we're currently in a smaller town. Oh, what are those little rentals? Yep. We're currently in a small town in Higden, and we live near central Arkansas, so everything is just bigger. And going to a tire shop where it's like, you know, 1 or 2 guys and it's their tire shop as opposed to a chain really makes you feel like they know what they're doing. Plus, people in this area are just really nice, so it makes it feel like not as much of a chore.
Put air in it last night and it held it, and it's got good pressure now, so maybe it's just something really minor. Didn't even leak overnight.
Yeah, it didn't lose any air overnight, because when you tested it, it was at what, 20 something?
Yeah.
And then you filled it up to
45. It's actually got a little more in it now, I guess, because the temperature rose, so it actually has more pressure than what I left it with.
It didn't really lose anything overnight, so I don't know. Maybe it's not a nail. Maybe it's just it got low and we never noticed it. But I really don't know how we wouldn't notice it getting down to 20 something. But this is Higden, the town of Higden. And according to Lola here, we're gonna cross over Greers Ferry Lake in the area that's called the Narrows. I'll let you guess why it's called the Narrows. Bobby's bait shop. I wonder, it says open.
You trying to take a photo
Yeah, I'm trying to take a picture
and film? Good luck.
and film the bridge.
Look at this, kids. So here's this narrow strip of water.
I guess that's Lacey's Marina right there. This is the Narrows. This is beautiful.
There's a Bentley coming out of the restaurant. I think it's about there.
Okay. And now we're in Greers Ferry.
Okay, check. I think it's really close here.
You have to keep
The
going.
map. The tripod was right by the dollar store.
It might be, but you're not there
There's a
yet.
different dollar store? Because,
I don't know. You gotta go. It is up here on the left, but
there's a dollar store next to it. Maybe
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
okay.
I think it's right past the strip mall.
Okay.
Wait,
You're
here's the
getting
strip
close.
mall.
You're getting
So
close.
There's laundromat. There we go. The red building. Red and white.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, where's this driveway here?
Right here.
See it?
Your destination is on the left.
Thank you, Lola.
Update. It was a screw, or actually it was a
Yeah, I think it was the old screw.
old screw. He said broken, no threads on it. But only took him a few minutes to get it fixed, and $15 later we are road ready again.
What is it?
It was
Lake
Lake
Tire
Tire Center.
In Greers Ferry, near Higden and Greers Ferry. And excellent place, excellent guys. So if you're ever in this area and need some kind of tire work or tires replaced, I
Yep.
would highly recommend it.
Yeah,
Small shop, been here since the 90s.
we were in Higden and we crossed over the bridge there at the Narrows, and he's just right down there on the left side. And small little tire shop, great guy, good prices. This is Shiloh Park. We've never been here before, so we wanted to take a look around. Anybody in there? Nope.
Nice one.
So far, we have not seen one camper here at Shiloh, which is unusual because all the other campgrounds we've been to around the lake, Dam Site, Old Highway 25, Heber Springs Park, and even JFK on the river, there will be people camping regardless of temperature. And we thought at first it was because maybe they didn't have electric here, but they do.
Some of the sites.
Some of the sites seem to have electric. There's no chance that they wouldn't have 30 and 50 amp, that that's just a...
It may just be 30. Oh, you mean just a 20?
Uh-huh. Give me a look.
You can look. Let me pull up by this one. I think they have 30, just not maybe 50. Look at this one. That's a view.
Yeah, it is. Alright. No. 30 and 20. Look at that one. Tires, babe. They have a
Okay.
jetty made of tires.
Yeah.
We've got a fawn. Oop. Wonder where Mama is. I thought babies were usually born in the spring.
Yeah. It was.
Still with spots?
Yeah. Hasn't been that long since April, May. Could have been born, I think.
So So we drove around for a while looking for a restaurant where we could get takeout for our anniversary, but since it's a small town, I guess, is why most of the restaurants were closed and they don't open until Thursday. So what we did instead was we went and raided the Dollar General. So we pieced together our dream meal, I guess, and we have teriyaki chicken that we're gonna cook. We'll throw in some mixed vegetables to be healthy. And we also have egg rolls and Rally's fries. So we will cook that later. Oh, and which we never eat stuff like this. We never eat packaged food, always cook. But we got each one of the kids a ramen, so I don't have to cook for them tonight. That's what we're doing. Today is leaving day from this beautiful vacation rental, and we have been thoroughly chilled for 3 days, refrigerated because it's very cold in here. And the heat index outside is ridiculous. We're about to go get our camper because we're gonna camp for, what, babe, 5 days?
Something like that.
And I can already feel myself melting, and my camera's fogging up. We came over to Sugarloaf Campground real quick, and it looks like they're doing some sort of construction, but look at Sugarloaf Mountain right there. You can take a trail and hike all the way to the top of that mountain. This seems to be a cove of Greers Ferry Lake here at Sugarloaf. Look at that house up there. The water's really down right now. It's summer, so it's pretty much always down, but it still looks like a nice place to swim. Don't you think, babe?
Oh yeah.
Over here is the marina, and I don't think, yeah, we can't see it from here, but the biggest houseboat we have ever seen is parked at this marina, and oh, maybe I can get a shot of it from here. I feel like I need to make friends with these people. Can you see that massive white houseboat parked under that really tall roof? The whole bottom is living quarters and the entire top is open. We made it back out to Old Highway 25 for 5 days of camping and swimming and, frankly, sweating. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next 5 days here at one of my absolute favorite campgrounds in Arkansas. We got here around 5-ish and got the camper all set up, and we're about to go for an evening swim. I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm not going to record these next 5 days because it's going to be a lot of the same things, just over and over. Swimming, sweating, eating, swimming, sweating, eating. Oh, look. Someone's getting baptized at the swim beach. That's awesome. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I hope you had as much fun watching as I did recording it, and I'll see you on the road.